Am I the a-hole for skipping my friend's birthday without any warning? This story came April 23rd, 2024. Miles and I have known each other since we were 2 because our parents are best friends. Now, I would not say Miles is my best friend. He's a good friend and we do hang out on occasions, but we see each other on all major holidays because of our parents. We are in our early 20s. The problem started because of a dumb childhood memory. When we were 8, we had a wedding play at school aftercare. I played the bride and the groom. It was a play with horrible songs and uncoordinated kids. Obviously, our parents made pictures and videos of that, and we each have one picture on our family picture walls. Miles is dating Lindy. They met 3 years ago and they started dating last year. Lindy does not like me, so every time we coincide at a celebration, she makes a comment about me being the typical girl best friend. She once said that I secretly wanted to sleep with Miles. I have no clue where she got that impression from. Miles and I have different friend groups and schedules. Besides the monthly catch-up over food, we didn't really meet each other all that much. Things got worse when Lindy saw the wedding play picture. The comments just became more. She even started DMing me on Instagram saying she knew what game I was playing. I talked to Miles once about this and he told me to just give her some time. So his birthday was on Saturday and I was invited. Lindy wrote me saying something along the lines of that she was going to supervise me. This was their birthday as a couple and I was not allowed to take up his time. I honestly just got fed up. I tried talking to Miles once more, but he said the same thing. So I just skipped out. When the party started, I wrote a quick sorry, can't come, and I told him my mother was going to bring him his present. Now he's upset with me for missing his birthday. Lindy is mad that I made it all about myself, and my parents are upset that I missed a family function. So, am I the a-hole? Oh my God, I feel like there was no winning in this situation. No matter what, if you went, someone was upset, and that would have been Lindy. So either have Lindy upset or have Miles and your family upset. Then she added an edit to this post. I didn't show anyone the messages because I didn't want to make more out of this than it is. I didn't want to poison anyone against Lindy, especially not if she is a new fixture in Miles's life. That would make both our lives very difficult. I hoped that just talking about it might be the more adult thing. My parents are not mad at me or blowing up my phone. They and Miles's parents were just bummed out that this was the first birthday that I had ever missed. As to why she is jealous, I have no idea. Neither of our parents ever wanted us to get together. There were no jokes or anything about it. I think they also never would want that. The wedding play picture is in the living rooms because they loved the picture and it was our first school play. This feels so high school. Like, is anyone else annoying? Like, ugh. I'm annoyed.
You didn't come to my birthday party.
Blah, 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 blah.
Leave me alone. Even if I wanted to stay at home and pet my dog, let me be. Next update came 11 days later. It is May 4th, 2024. I will update in the first part and clarify some things later. After my post, I talked to Miles. At first, he was kind of mad and thought I had been blowing things out of proportion. Some more details are in my last post. We came to the conclusion of taking some more distance while he figures all of that out. Mainly because I did not want the added stress of petty drama. Then I talked to my parents and I explained to them what was going on. They were really upset by how Lindy treated me. Like, obviously they weren't going to get involved, but it was nice to just get that off my chest. Then nothing else happened until Tuesday evening. Wednesday was a holiday, so some of my friends took the opportunity to go to an Irish pub to do karaoke. At some point, my best friend and I went to pee and touch up our makeup. Then Lindy and some of her friends walked in and kind of cornered us. It wasn't pretty. They started loudly talking about man-stealing biatches and how some women were just born to be homewreckers. And imagine being pathetic enough to pretend to be a guy's friend to screw him, and how pick-me's are the worst. They kept kind of edging us physically into the part where the hand dryers were while pretending that we were not even there. Until tell my best friend had enough and just pushed through them while drawing me in behind her. We were almost at our table when Lindy went right up behind me and pulled me so that I fell backwards onto like a metallic piece where you are supposed to put your feet on. It hurt so bad that I started to see white. Then a girl next to Lindy poured beer on me. I cannot really tell you what happened, but there was a scuffle and someone dropped one of those heavy pint glasses on my head. Girl.
That escalated quickly.
This is way more than missing a birthday party. The Lindys were taken away by police and I was taken to the hospital. My parents were furious, as were Miles's parents. They both came to the hospital. I was severely concussed, my nose was fractured, and the worst thing is that I have a hairline fracture in my back. I stayed in the hospital till yesterday morning. Miles did try calling me a bunch. According to my parents, they told him not to visit me right now. I did get an official notice saying that apparently there was now a legal case open against Lindy and one other girl for not only assault, but also public disturbance in the bar. So now I will have to deal with all of that legally. I finally talked to Miles, and long story short, those of you saying Lindy was isolating him was a sign of an abusive relationship was right. He told me all the things she said to him to make him feel awful. She would freak out about anything in her life and take that out on him. She would scratch him and bite him when she was mad. Our talk ended with both of us crying and apologizing. We will be closer again, at least so we can talk about things more often. He broke up with her and is hiding at my parents' house. So that is it for now. Crazy. Some girls are cuckoo bonkers. Luckily, I can say I have never been in a girl fight ever in my life. Yeah, like physical, verbally, obviously. You think this mouth don't run? Yeah, it has in its time, okay? We're no saint over here, but I am happy to report that I have never been in a physical altercation with girls, and I never wanted to be, and I never want to be. I may be sassy, and I may be tough, and don't mess with me, but I don't want to, you know? Does that make sense? Like, I feel like there were girls in high school, they wanted to fight, and they did. Like, they had no problem going up to anyone and just punching them in the face. Some girls were wanting to throw hands. Also, I think we need a reminder that noises that are happening are not me farting, okay? I'm in a very squeaky chair. We have an update 3 months later. I'm curious about the legal case. It came August 3rd, 2024. Going to give you the update immediately and then go into more details. Ooh, okay, we got some point form. Number 1, there has been an official court date set for my process against Lindsay. It took 2 months to get and is another 3 months out, but something is something. Our lawyer said that Lindy is probably not going to jail as she is a first-time offender. If she goes to jail, it would be no more than 3 months. Most likely, she's going to have to pay a fee of 100 days of her income or something like that. I have let my father deal with this 100% because I have no head for it. Next, there is a second lawsuit going on at the same time, as now I am legally chronically ill. The hairline fracture was not a passing thing, but developed. I am in pain daily. Not every day is bad, but not a day passes where I am not in at least a 2 on the pain scale. As a result, I have not been able to work. Right now, my insurance pays 75% of my former income, and my workplace covers the rest. But I am probably going to get fired. So my insurance filed a claim against Lindy to pay my lost wages. I am right now not in contact with Miles. Oh. I tried to be supportive, but being disabled by his jealous ex-girlfriend made me bitter against him. He was a victim, but now I can't live my life, and I blame him partly for that. I am in therapy to work through all of that, and I've taken up some new hobbies. I've started to write more, and I'm looking into courses or online classes. This is awful. This is not a miss my birthday party fun story. Next, Miles's parents have been very apologetic and they have supported me a lot. His mother has been a saint. She volunteered to drive me everywhere her, and I've actually become friends with her. We even went to see Deadpool and Wolverine. She is a stay-at-home wife, so we have a lot of time. One of Lindy's friends reached out through my lawyer offering a testimony against her own friend. She also sent a letter apologizing. To make it short, Lindy had told them that I was bullying her and that Miles had once already cheated on her with me. So that's where we are right now. I'm so happy we keep getting more updates because I feel like we're actually going to get what happened with these court cases. Next update, 2 months later, we're now at October 9th, 2024. So here we are again, and yeah, things have moved along, but honestly, I am just tired. The first court date, it came and went. It was my insurance company versus Lindy, and surprise, surprise, she lost. She's on the hook for most of my lost wages, which is nice, I guess. I didn't have to be there the whole time, which I was grateful for because I have had enough of this mess. As for the criminal case, well, we don't even know if we'll end up going to court for that one. My lawyer is handling it, and I've handed the reins over to my dad because honestly, I've just had it. I'm no legal expert, and after the insurance loss, Lindy's in a bad spot. Her legal team is apparently scrambling to do some serious damage control, but at this point, that's not my problem. More of Lindy's friends have crawled out of their hidey holes to give testimony. Turns out this wasn't her first rodeo. Another girl came forward with evidence of Lindy pulling similar stunts back in high school. This poor girl was just sitting next to Lindy's then boyfriend, being a normal human, and Lindy went off the rails, started rumors, and spreading literal breadcrumbs on her table to trigger her celiac disease. So Lindy is nuts, is what you're saying. Cuckoo bonkers. Yeah, she's that kind of psycho. No one could prove it at the time, but now with all these friends popping up, it's all coming to light. And believe me, these girls did not have some moral epiphany. They're just terrified of getting fired or having any negative pop up on their records. The receipts are coming out and it's getting uglier by the day. Now, let's talk about Miles, because that's a whole dumpster fire. I'm still not speaking to him. Turns out he's known for a while that Lindy was threatening him with bad things if he didn't cut me off and make his parents stop talking to me. And this idiot just laughed it off. Thought she meant breaking up with him or something, but no, she was dead serious, even started stalking me and one of his cousins. She made some fake profile and started sending cryptic messages to his cousin. What did Miles do? Talked her down. Yeah, that's it. She kept giving him ultimatums and he just rolled with it. So yeah, I'm even angrier at him now. He knew that she was unhinged and didn't do a damn thing about it. He let her spiral while I got dragged into the mud. His dad finally got involved and dragged him to the police, where they filed reports about all the crap that Lindy had pulled. They have evidence now from the stuff with his cousin and even photos from when Lindy got physical with him. So at least something's happening on that front, but it is too little too late if you ask me. As for Lindy, well, she's gone radio silent, except for TikTok, of course. I wonder if we can find her. Lindy from Reddit story. My friends keep sending me her cringy videos, and it's honestly kind of disturbing. She's acting like nothing's happening, like her whole life isn't unraveling. She's got a new boyfriend now, and they're making those awful lip sync videos together. I think she's living at his place, but who knows? Maybe her parents cut her off. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, and the guy? Yeah, one of my friends looked him up. Let's just say he fits right into her pattern. As my grandma would say, there's a lid for every pot. That is hilarious. There's a lid for every pot. I've never thought of that. On the health front, still nothing good to report. My pain hasn't improved, and I'm now waiting for a surgery appointment, which looks like it'll be in early 2025. The pain is radiating to my left hip now, which is just great. I feel like that sad little dog from the Black Cauldron. But hey, silver lining. I've made friends with a few nurses who work with me. One of them braids my hair, which is kind of sweet. I'm also seeing a physiotherapist regularly, mostly for massages at this point, and it helps, but some days I feel like I'm just patching myself together with duct tape. The therapist suggested I start doing pool exercises. So now I'm in an aqua aerobics class for seniors. Oh my God. I love watching them do that. I used to work out at Good Life in my hometown back in the day, and they have pools, and you would see all the elderly people in there doing their little pool noodle aerobics class, and it was so cute. I just loved it. Like, to even be putting in the effort to go and do this workout class in the water, like, props to ya, Graham and Gramps. Like, with all due respect, I'm not even saying that in a rude way. No, there isn't a disability specific class in my town, and frankly, I didn't feel like looking too hard. The old ladies are a riot though. Well, except for one who always looks miserable, but honestly, I'm not one to talk. One piece of good news, I finally got approved for a wheelchair. So at least I can go out with my friends without feeling like my body is falling apart after an hour. I've also been taking a few university classes for fun and playing way too much Fallout. So that's that, and that's where we are. I'm still a mess, but I'm just doing what I can to get through it. I did not see the story going this way. We do have a final update though. So I'm hoping there's some kind of good news in here at all for you. Awful. This is awful. Let's take a sip of water. Cheers to her. You know, I hope you're well in the world. Cheers. Lila's having snuggles. She can't reach where she usually sleeps over there, so I put her over here so she can still be in her room. I did barricade her spot by accident with all my lights. You're so cute. So if you see me reaching over and doing this like I have been, I've been petting her. Hi friends, currently filming on a little break. Just want to remind you that if you want to submit a story to be read on the channel, the form is officially open again. It can take up to 100 responses. So if you want to get yours in, get it in now. It is linked in the video description of every single video. You can't miss it, okay? I double checked, I clicked the link, it's open, it's ready to go. So get them in. All right, final update came January 8th, 2025. Hi everyone, things have finally settled enough for me to share an update. How many months later was this? Oh, it was October, so yeah. 3 months later, the court case is over. Lindy was sentenced to actual prison time and none of it is suspended. She also has to pay restitution for my medical expenses, lost wages, and pain and suffering. The court didn't miss a thing. They went through all the evidence, the testimonies, and even the messages, and it was clear who was at fault. I cannot tell you how much of a relief it is. During the trial, Lindy claimed that I had been bullying her and that I planned the pub incident to ambush her in the bathroom where there were no cameras. She said that I struck first. 2 of her friends backed her up, but the third one, who was also part of the attack, ended up telling the truth to avoid harsher punishment. It was obvious their stories didn't line up, and when the outside CCTV footage and witnesses from the pub were brought in, her whole narrative fell apart. The court didn't buy it, especially with all the messages Lindy had sent me before the incident. She could not explain why someone supposedly bullying her would also be the one receiving threats from her. It also came out that Lindy and her new boyfriend had been intimidating witnesses. He even messaged me on Instagram trying to get me to say something incriminating or admit something I didn't do. At first, I didn't realize who it was, so I replied briefly, but once I figured it out, I stopped immediately. Thankfully, I had already handed over everything to my lawyer, so it was documented. Watching her lawyer try to frame her actions as acting out under stress while knowing she was tampering with the case was surreal. There was a moment outside the courtroom where my parents and Lindy's parents talked. It wasn't an argument, but it was uncomfortable. My parents pointed out how everything presented in court made it clear what Lindy had done. Lindy's parents did not argue back, but they seemed completely out of their depth. They mentioned being shocked by how much she has escalated things and admitted they hadn't understood how serious it was. They've taken on the financial burden of her restitution, which means I know the money for everything will come through. It's hard to say if they are doing it out of guilt to protect their image, but either way, it's one less thing for me to worry about. Adjusting to my new normal has been a mixed bag. The chronic pain is still there, and my surgery isn't happening until a few more months. I've also been dealing with the endless back and forth of German bureaucracy. My insurance keeps sending letters asking, "Hey, you still disabled? LOL?" As if my chronic pain and an unhealed fracture could magically fix themselves. Every time I think I'm done, done explaining my situation, they send me another form to fill out. It's exhausting, but my doctors have been really supportive and always help me get the paperwork sorted. Some days are harder than others, and there are moments when I feel sad about how much my life has changed. A few months ago, I was stuck in this sadness, angry all the time, and constantly thinking about how unfair this all is. I think I was grieving the life I thought I would have. Now, though, I have accepted that this is my life, and even if I never fully heal, I know I'll manage. I'm not letting Lindy take up any more space in my head than she already has. I've started focusing on things that make me happy again. My friends and I started a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and they came over to my place to play. They're so patient when I need breaks or when the pain gets too bad. Through that group, I met someone. At first, I was nervous about getting close to him because I thought he might see my situation as too much to deal with, but he's been amazing. Oh, I want to know about your friend though. Miles. He drives me to appointments, brings me groceries once a week, and has never made me feel like a burden. I'm falling in love with him. And for the first time in a while, I feel hopeful. I've also been keeping my mind busy with courses, and I finally rewatched some of How I Met Your Mother. Sometimes I catch myself comparing my old life to this one, and it makes me sad, but I don't stay in that feeling as long as I used to. I've started finding a balance between moving forward and letting myself feel everything that comes with this new chapter. I have distanced myself from Miles's parents. They were wonderful to me, but I realized that he needs their support more than I do, and it should be undivided. I still don't know if I can forgive him. To this day, I haven't. Thank you to everyone who supported me through all this. It's been a long road, but I finally feel I'm on the other side of it. I want a 2026 update. I want an update after your surgery. I want an update after with your new boyfriend. I want to know if you're happy and well and if the surgery has helped the pain. Ugh, my heart just hurts for you. The title of this story, that is not what I thought I was about to read. Let me know what you guys thought about this whole thing. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy.